Hey everyone, welcome home. Today we're going to start a new series on what to expect. We're going to start with destroyers. Then the next video is going to be cruisers, battleships, subs, and CVs. And I kind of want to go over for new players, kind of like what to expect from your ship um, class. We're going to go into kind of like let's go with a tier 6 maybe. Go tier 6. We'll pick ourselves a destroyer. It doesn't matter which destroyer right now, because technically, if you're playing any of the destroyers, they have a couple purposes that all kind of intermingle. Obviously, you get your gunboats. You can't really cap with them because their detection's horrible. A lot of them don't have smoke either. You have your torpedo boats. Most of them can cap, but you can't outgun anything, right? Because you're always going to get into an opportunity where you're either going to outspot someone and they can outgun you, or you're going to get outspotted and you're going to outgun them. Regardless of your torpedo payload, smoke, hydro, etc. There's a couple hybrids in there too. And then there's a couple destroyers, obviously, that have hydro acoustic, which then they counter you. So it depends on how you want to proceed that. But as you're going into the battle, you want to know what's on the other team, and you want to know what they can do. Best way to do that is by playing all the ships that you can. Of course, there's premium ships that you might not know of, but most premium ships are a duplicate of another ship that's free, just a little bit better when it comes to economy and a few other little gimmicks. But if it's, let's say, the T-61 and you don't have it, well, it's like the Gade, but economy-wise, it's better. The Gade has hydro, T-61 has hydro, so it's not impossible to understand what's coming at you. The only way to do that, though, is you have to actually play them all. You can't go up one line from tier 2 to tier 10 and then expect to just know how to play against everyone else. The easiest way to do is to go wide instead of going high when it comes to this game. Now, it's your own game. You do you. Just understand that if you want success in this game, and if you want to actually have fun while winning, playing as a team is the best thing to do. Playing for your team is the best thing to do. Map awareness of where everyone is, because you make your map big enough. Self-awareness, so you kind of understand where you are, as compared to where the enemy team is. And then what you're doing for your team. Like, you really need to understand that just killing people or going out of your way by yourself to kill someone might not help the team out when it comes to victory. So, I'm going to pick the T-61, for instance. So I can counter destroyers. I can get in there. Not so much. 6.1. A lot of things will outspot me. Okay? Well, let me show you. So as the game's starting, this screen is typical. You're not going to understand most of the stuff except for who's coming in. That doesn't mean you're going to get these ships. So, there's an aircraft carrier. Man, I don't like aircraft carriers, right? And then you leave. A lot of people actually do that. You'd be surprised. Even if there's 2 or 3 or 100, that doesn't mean you're going to get an aircraft carrier. Same with the submarines. So, I'm playing a destroyer. There's 2 other destroyers in there. We need 24 players. There's only 17 in our field, right? Which our field consists of 2 tiers down. Well, in this case, 1 tier down, because 4s can't play against 6s. It's actually locked unless you have a failed div. Or 2 tiers up, which then means we can play against tier 8s. Now, a lot of people get upset when they're bottom tier. But think of it this way. Bottom tier, every ship that's 1 tier higher than you, you get extra XP when you're shooting at them and damaging them. Every ship that's 2 tiers higher than you, you get even more XP for damaging them. So, on top of the best ship to shoot at, always is the DD first. If you're shooting at DDs that are 2 tiers higher than you and you're hurting them, you're going to be getting extra XP, because 100% of the DD health is equal to 100% of the BB health. Doesn't matter what it actually says, like one's 16,000, one's 50,000. It's easier to get half the damage done to a DD than it is to a BB for the same amount of XP. Okay? So if you ever want to finish top 5 of the game, always shoot the DDs first. Doesn't even matter what you're playing. You could be playing a battleship, still go for the DDs first. All right. Okay, we have a test ship here, so we gotta be a little bit careful because that's a really good player. Okay, what are we looking at? Subs. Okay, we can counter subs. What else are we looking at? 1 destroyer, 2 destroyers. Here are the cruisers that can really mess us up. Here are the battleships. They can also mess us up. So, saying hello to a friendly player. I know him very well. Feel free to compliment people. Your karma will go up. Karma means absolutely nothing in this game, though, unless you're being very toxic in chat. And if someone, let's say, goes like this and reports you like this, Wargaming doesn't get that. They do a review, and then they chat ban you. And then you're limited to a couple chat bans, and then you're permanently banned, which means you will never be able to talk in chat again. So use chat. Don't turn it off because it is very useful. But at the same time, if someone's being mean, just report them. Send in the replay, report them. Okay, so what do I need to do here? The sub and myself are going to contest A and spot in A for our ships here. Hopefully they're paying attention. You can ask for that. Sorry, my throat's being buggy. You can ask for help at F5. If you don't know what that means, hold down B and you'll get this little wheel. F5 is... I don't use this wheel, so there you go. Request support. Hopefully they're paying attention and they're going to give you support. Now, he's already in the cap. What do we do? Well, we do this. And we slow down. I didn't get close enough for my Hydra to pick him up. But because he is shooting, someone else is going to spot him. There we go. See, he went dark. But that's okay. I have my Hydra up. Let's say that he shoots his torps. Well, I'm aware that he's going to shoot his torps. I'm going to back up into the cap. Now, the best thing to do as a destroyer is to back up into a cap. I'll tell you why. Because if you're ever in danger, radar comes up, anything comes up, you want to leave towards your team. By you leaving towards your team, you're the safest you can be. If you're going to leave coming out towards them to then turn around and leave, then you're dead. Because their whole team is going to shoot you. Okay, so take your time, back up into the cap. Now, as of this point, I'm not spotting anything. I know he's back there. There he is. I'm going to keep shooting. Any little chip damage is good damage. Now, he disappeared because the sub went underneath. Okay. Oh. I can't stay here anymore. I have to get into my smoke before it disappears. So just disengage for a second. There you go. Yeah. Then a little bit hits. And. Here comes the repair party. Gets rid of the ping. That ping that the sub did to me. Got rid of it. I'm dark. I fixed my engine. Turn off my AA. These don't spot. But what they do is they still show where my AA is. So keep your AA off almost permanently. Unless you want to kill something that's spawning you. Okay? I'm going to preemptively dump torps there. Just in case their sub comes up to the surface. Now, there's a lot of things happening here. So a lot of people are like, oh, well, there's nothing happening at B. I'm just going to go there. If you go there now, you'll leave your whole team alone. So what you need to do is, you can stay here a little bit longer, but it's good to just reposition. So they don't know where you are. Now, I'm going to stay away from those battleships. But I'm going to engage this cruiser. Okay. Any little chip damage is good damage. Now, I could go cap B quickly, but I want to see quickly where the other DD went. I know on the minimap there's one DD. The other DD is in C. So I'm going to actually quickly go cap B and come back to A. We are down 2 ships already. Mostly cruisers because they went forward. We are outnumbered down there. And we're pretty much outnumbered here. So As a DD, you're the main capper. You cap. You spot. You counter other DDs, right? Which is pretty much the only real important things you can do. I can't outgun a battleship. I can't outgun a cruiser. I can outmaneuver them. I can outspot them, right? I can prevent them from capping. There's a lot of things I can do to prevent the enemy team. Outgunning isn't something I can do. I cannot outgun that test boat. I cannot outgun that boat either. The U.S. boats are more hybrids, but they're more gunboats other than torp boats, which is fine for me. I have smoke. I have hydro. I can counter both of them. But if they know what they're doing, it's going to be harder. Okay. Now, I did leave to cap, but we're already losing. So I couldn't just sit at A and counter and maybe not cap A. We needed a cap to gain some points because we're losing points. We're down 3 ships. So I had to leave my team. Hopefully they're paying attention. Okay. And they got rid of the sub. So what I say, either F11 or F12, which gives them a compliment. There they are. Thank you, or well done. Now, our guys are dying too, because they're just moving forward. I believe they're newer players. Which, it's hard as a new player to understand what to do. Most of the thought process is move forward and shoot. But there's actually a lot of tactics to this game. There we go. We lost everyone in C. So they're going to be coming at B now. So there's 2 options. I can help out the rest of my team here, or go back and fight the guys from C by myself. They're always going to outgun me because they have more guns than me. So I want to help out my team, get rid of these guys so then my team can help me at B. So I'm going to get in front of these battleships here. I know where the DD is now. I'm going to ping him so they can shoot him. I'm going to shoot torps to this guy. And I'm going to go attempt to cap A as well. Alright. As we're moving in, I'm going to keep pinging that DD because we need that DD gone. He's the #1 threat for me. The other guys, they're not going to spot me. So they're not a threat. He is a threat, though. Problem is, our team doesn't understand that, which is perfectly fine. That's very normal. So you have to just do the best as you can, as it's presented to you. I'm going to try to cap here. Might have to turn on hydro here in a second. Okay, he took 2 torps. That Fuso's coming in, but I think he's behind the wall. That's why I can't spot him anymore. That Fuso is also pushing in. There goes our guy. Yeah, this game is pretty much over at this point. If this guy dies, it'll be ideal. It looks like he's gonna die. Oh no, the sub didn't get to him. Okay, well, we have not too many options here. He is turning in. Okay, there we go. And this guy now is in the worst position possible. He's under my hydro, and I'm gonna be in my smoke. I gotta let him go. And okay. He's gone. Fuso's by himself. The Fuso can push me. Right? And die. Or he can leave, and I could attempt to kill him anyway. Now I'm waiting for him to come around the corner. We do have the cap. So what we want to do here is, we are down ships, but as long as I'm keeping these guys spotted, our guys can kill them and we can still win. Like, it's not impossible to win this scenario. They're only up a few ships. They're up a lot of points. They only have 2 caps, but it's not impossible. So this Fuso is leaving. Just really, really, really slowly. There we go. He's speeding up now. Problem is, he's about to spot me. I have to go duck out this way. He is going to spot me for a split second. I don't have smoke ready. We need that guy dead. Can I get out of here before getting spotted? Okay, he's dead. Okay. He's pushing in now. And now we're in a lot of trouble. So now we have to gun our way to the island. Without getting killed here. Yeah, 1 torp. 1 is still more than none. This guy's not paying attention to us. Okay. We set a fire to him. We're heading back that way. Take a little bit of damage. It's not impossible. There's the sub. Now we know where he is. Alright. This guy's dead. Perfect. And we keep going. We have to be aggressive here, though, because time is running out. But look. The ships are back to 5th. Like, equal ships. Equal ships is good. What needs to happen here is I need them to focus fire. And I'm running out of commands here, but there's a cruiser. That's bad. Cruiser's always really bad. This York has hydroacoustic as well. So what might happen here is, oh, see, I'm the only one spotting. I just spotted the entire team. I just spotted their entire team, and he's about to hydro me. In just a second here. I have to leave that way right now before I die. I shoot AP to this guy because he's a light cruiser. This will cause a lot more damage. Here comes some torpedoes. They didn't lock on.
Alle Stationen, vorrücken zum Erobern dieses Bereichs. Feuer auf gegnerisches Kriegsschiff konzentrieren. Alle Stationen, melde Position eines strategischen Ziels.
I might die here, but I'm going to try to take out this cruiser.
Torpedos auf Backbord. Maschinenboost deaktiviert.
I'm going to go thin silhouette. In a very dangerous area right now. Oh, we couldn't. See, they're focus firing me. Now, the problem was, there's no way he can help us. There's no way he can help us, and there's no way he can help us. They're too far away to help. I was asking for help. It's just they needed to move forward. They needed to be a little bit more aggressive. Because they weren't, their whole team was only shooting me. Right? But I was the biggest threat. Those guys aren't a threat. They're out of the battle right now. You're going to get a lot of matches like this where your team is just not going to be where they need to be. And this comes down to your expectation of what your ship should do. Their ships have a lot of health. The red team has no health. So why are they so afraid to push forward? I was there. I was spotting. All they needed to do was be present to help me out. But they didn't. So I ended up dying because I can't kill 5 guys. And I didn't leave fast enough. And yeah, so the game's already turning around. The sub is capping. And unless our guys push into the cap and now kill them all, we lose. Now, here's another thing. The red team can get too aggressive and they want to just kill everyone instead of winning on points. They're winning on points anyway, but now they're going to push really hard by themselves. One by one into our team, which then they might die this way and we might still win. So the game's not over, but it's pretty much over. Now, this guy didn't need to get spotted. If the New Mexico's paying attention, he's dead. He doesn't have enough health, even if the New Mexico doesn't hit every shot. But you see the importance of teamwork. The importance of teamwork is you have to be there for your team. As soon as you leave your team, well, you see, I died for no reason other than, yes, I got spotted. I got aggressively pushed, and my team was not there to help me. All they had to do is understand the situation, but new players won't understand the situation, and they won't understand what you're asking. So don't get too frustrated. It is just a game. But yeah, it's a bit tough there sometimes. It's a bit tough. Stick around and help them. Stick around and help them, because they might not be seeing things, but they might be reading chat. And if you're giving them easy answers or easy options, like I just said, push A. We need A. By them pushing A, it's not only stopping them from capping, but it's also killing the New Mexico. It's also aggressively attacking the sub that's behind now the Dunkirk, right? So I'm telling them, everyone come to A, then go B. Now, the time is against us. There's 3 minutes left. This guy will never make it to B. This guy will make it to B. And then this guy might make it to B. Okay. You got a crack, and that's nice. I'm going to tell them to remember that there's a sub. There's a subs back here, which is fine. But we're turning the game around. Notice how red team got too aggressive, and they're just pushing. They didn't have to. They literally all had to just sit at B and win. So the biggest thing about new players is they don't understand to read the situation. When you're up on points and you're up on caps and you're up on ships, then all you have to do is wait. I know it's boring, but the hardest thing to do in this game is to win. Because you get teams like this where they throw the win. They have to win harder. And it never works. It never works. They just got outplayed by 5 ships. They had 8 ships, and they had all the caps, and they had all the points. And we are now almost in position to win. We haven't won yet, so don't just count your chickens. Because there you go, the Dunkirk just died. And that sub is still alive. Yeah, here's the problem. That Dunkirk needed to stop and deal with the sub. He didn't have to actually get close to the Duke of York to win. Right? Okay, more damage. That's great. But where he is now, he should never be. There's nothing back here. Like, this won't win us the game. Winning the game is playing the objectives, everyone. So if you're a destroyer, spot for your team. Don't be selfish. Cap for your team when you can. Don't be selfish, okay? It's not just about going and killing. I understand it's a war game. But at one point, you're going to want to win because it feels good. And not knowing why you're losing constantly is something that you also need to reflect on yourself, not just the team that you're playing with. The red team, regardless of how they played aggressively here at the end, they played the objectives. They went to C together. They went to B together. They went to A together. Right? And that's what's going to get them the win now in 16 seconds. Even if we kill this Duke of York, there's no way we can stop their points from gathering. There we go. Game is over. Oh, okay. A minute left. A minute's not going to get us the win either. Unless the sub miraculously gets spotted and our guy kills him. And the sub is low health, so... Now, one way to counter subs is destroyers. One way to counter destroyers is destroyers. One way to counter cruisers is destroyers, because you spot them. And then the same way you counter battleships is the same way you counter cruisers, you spot them. As soon as your DD is spotting, most people don't realize that it's the DD that's spotting. They have an opportunity to help that DD by killing the ship he's spotting, okay? But you have to realize that what that is. If you don't understand who's spotting, because you just think, oh, this guy spotted, I'm going to shoot him now, you're missing out on the whole, the DD is the one that's doing that for you. So all you have to do is shoot at what's being spotted. And there you go. We lost the match. And it came down to positioning map awareness and not helping out the DD. I was a DD, but there you go. You can have an amazing game. First place. I didn't get 6 kills, but because I'm playing the objective, I'm getting first place. I was attacking the DD. I'm getting top 5, right? I'm capping. I'm spotting, right? All we needed our team to do is focus fire the ships that we were looking at. But they didn't understand that. No fault of their own. The game doesn't provide you with that information. You have to actually do your own research or ask someone that will tell you just the general basics, not how to play the game. That's on you. General basics is just understanding what the ship can do, why you're doing it, why you're transitioning from one cap to the other due to map awareness. And then if you have radar, when to use it, not for yourself, for your team. If you have hydro, use it for the team. Spotting for the team, right? Right? Shooting the DD helps your DD do what he has to do. Okay? That being said, this is the first video on expectations of a DD. The next video is going to be cruisers. Stay tuned. I'll be back, everyone. Have a good one. Take it easy. Stay safe.